you heard of Shankar Mahadevan and SPB singing in a non-stop, but I have heard of Venkaiah speaking in a non-stop way, sir. It's just such a jubilant to listen to your speech. Please welcome, sir. Honorable Minister, give us a few words.
Sri Kamal Hassan ji, Sri Suresh Garu, Sri Priyadarshan ji, the chairman of the jury for Freedom Awards, Sri Vishal and Karthi, and also Sri S.R. Prabhu, the dynamic upcoming heroes from the south, and friends. I'm not here to give any speech. As Kamal Hassan ji rightly said, I came here to hear you and then try to understand the problems and then try to sort out them, whatever is possible at my level as Minister of Information and Broadcasting, and also take up the matter with the Honorable Finance Minister who will be dealing with the GST, and also I assure you I will take up these issues. Issues are basically, one is the piracy issue which is agitating the industry since long. Now time has come because of the advancement of technology and the digital the problem is going to become more and more acute, I can understand. Then it's a heavy losing of money and a big setback to the movement of cinema. So I understand, but I was trying to, since the day I took over as the minister, I am trying to understand what are the ways and means of preventing piracy. So I was interested in having a dialogue when Kamal Hassan ji in Delhi met me and told me that some of our friends from the cinema industry want to meet me and then exchange ideas. I readily agreed. In fact, I wanted to spend more time today because there is some urgent meeting, Niti Aayog meeting has been called. All the CMs are coming to Delhi. They have reached already. So I am cut-shorting my program and then I am also reaching in the afternoon. But anyhow, I could understand these three problems that are highlighted. One is the problem of piracy. Second is the problem of the need to enhance the number of screens, because cinema is the cheapest entertainment in the country for people. Poor or alike, they can have some entertainment and some relaxation, because cinema is a great communicator. Cinema has greatest influence on the mind of the people and also can bring in social change, behavioral change, attitudinal change, and cinema also relieves people of their pain, though temporarily, of course. Cinema also motivates the younger generation to do certain good things if they are guided properly, and it's a cinema with a message that will be more useful. So cinema that way is a wonderful institution in the present age. Information with confirmation is a great ammunition, because if you have information, you can fight against corruption, you can fight against tyranny, you can fight against exploitation, and that information with confirmation, that makes the information like an ammunition to fight, because you have all the evidence with you, all the facts with you, then you will be able to argue more effectively and also counter the disinformation, if any. So cinema is a powerful instrument to reach out to the people to bring the needed social change. The Prime Minister believes in, he told all of us mantris to have a 3-line mantra. He said reform, perform and transform. Reform, perform and transform. He wants to transform India by all means, in all ways. He wants a behavioral change among the people. That's why you have this Swachh Bharat, you have Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, that is saving the girl child and educating the girl child. Then you have the tree plantation, you have toilets in the schools. The importance is given to basic issues in public life. All these things, he wants a transformation in the society. Transformation is not possible without the participation of the people. There was a regime earlier, we used to think that everything will be done by the government. Things have changed now. People have to participate. So there is a saying in Hindi, "Sab kaam sarkar karega, hum bekar baithe to chalega." But aisa chalega nahi. Modi ji feels that everybody should involve so that we can take the country forward. There is abundant knowledge, intellect among the people. The knowledge and intellect that is there among the people, it has to be unleashed. It has to be given proper shape so that it can be utilized in a positive manner rather than destruction. So that's the idea of the Prime Minister. So cinema has got all the importance. As I told you, the problem of piracy is one of the challenges. I assured the delegation. In fact, when you come on to dais, you speak on record and for media and all. So you will not be able to interact freely. So I sat there and then we had a discussion. I understood the problem. I will be convening a meeting at the highest level of the concerned ministers, Minister of IT, because if the IT has done its duty, then it will really bring beauty, and the industry can also become IT. One. Secondly, I will also be calling the officials from my ministry. Then I will be also calling the Minister from Commerce also, because foreign films also are there. And then I will be calling people from the censor board, and we will be discussing together. I assured them that I will call a delegation of people from the South Indian film industry also, so that we can come to some meaningful conclusions and act at the earliest. Whatever manner, legislatively what has to be done, advisory state what has to be given, and then things that has to be done by the ministry. We can have a 3-pronged strategy. With regard to the increasing of screens, it's a commercial activity, let us be frank on that. So now, once upon a time, having a theatre was a passion, having a theatre was a prestige. But today, the land cost has gone up, and so everybody is trying to convert their theatres into shopping malls and other activities. But the solution, as they said, you can allow small screens for 60 people, 100 people, or 120 people like that. So for that, we have to tweak the municipal laws also. We need to take the states into confidence, because the permission of the building, FSI, all these things are in the domain of the municipal bodies as well as state governments. But once we come to certain conclusions, I will be interacting with the states also. Once, as Karthik was saying, if something is sent from Delhi, it will have more effect on the states also. As a Minister of INB, I will definitely take care to see that some initiative is taken in this regard. The third one is the most important issue, that is about GST. Having one tax for the entire country is really good, because one country, one nation, one people, one tax. That has been long wish, otherwise there is harassment of the people at various levels, and delay also, and corruption, so many things were happening. So this is a dream since long. It's a biggest, it's a revolutionary transformation of the taxation. It's a revolutionary step, and it has been discussed for the last 11 years. Finally, thanks to the ability of guidance of the Prime Minister and also the perseverance of the patience of my colleague, Sri Arun Jaitley. I was a Parliament Affairs Minister earlier. For 2 years we worked day and night, and then finally convinced the states, because some of the states are initially going to lose out, including Tamil Nadu, because it's a manufacturing state. Consuming states, they will be benefited more. Maharashtra, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. So enough care has been taken to see that Tamil Nadu is compensated for whatever loss they get initially. When a country wants to have one law, so everybody has to make some small sacrifice. In the long term, the rates will come down and the consumer will be benefited and everybody's interest will be protected. So that's why he has shown a lot of patience and also the perseverance and the skills of ability. They had hundreds of meetings at various levels. But unfortunately, somehow, I don't know whether it is lack of initiative of the industry or by the concerned the finance ministry, this group has not been taken into confidence while fixing the slabs, etc., or deciding about the rates. So whatever it is, there is no meaning in finding fault with anybody. Now, you have brought to my notice, I have gone through this, that about the local language films, whether it is Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, whatever it is, there these higher slabs will definitely adversely impact the regional, that is national, regional languages. I always call them national. I feel shy to call them as a regional language. You call the English, which is a foreign language, it's assuming the national language status, and the regional language these are the national. Tamil is the national language. A language which belongs to nation, it should be called as a national language. It may be confined here to the state, but people across the globe, Tamilians, wherever they are there, they speak Tamil. Same is the case with regard to Telugu. Secondly, with regard to the Hindi, which is a larger industry, and third is the foreign language, English films and all. So there has to be different grades, that's what you are saying. But as I was explaining, this subject do not fall in my domain. But at the same time, as the ministry, concerned ministry, as Suresh Ajaji has said, I will take up your cause and I will take a small delegation of the film industry to the finance minister, and we will try to find out what is the way out now. Because these rates for information, I don't want to take much time, I don't have much time also. The rates are not fixed by Government of India. These rates or the slabs are fixed by a GST council. Now taxation is in the hands of two levels. One is the state, another is center. But now what the GST is, center and state, they have come together. State has given up some of its powers and center has given up some of its powers. And both of them together has given their powers to another setup, that is a council. Normally whether it is parliament or assembly that takes up the taxation proposals. But here the new body is created where the GST council, consisting of all the state finance ministers under Government of India, they will discuss it and they will arrive at some slabs. 4 slabs they have created. There was a suggestion that why don't you have one slab? Some of the wonderful brains, they were all saying, and you say one nation, one tax, why don't you have one slab? They should have had some common sense before making such a demand. Can you have tax for salt? And can you have tax for the BMW? Same percent, same 18%. See, the daily requirements are the common man's essential commodities, what we call essential commodities, nitya avasaradu. And the luxuries, they cannot be taxed in the same slab. The poor will be affected more. And in our country, 25% of the people still are below poverty line. So you have to have a gradation to start with. Later, we can think of all these things. So keeping that in mind, I will definitely place your suggestions. It is good that you made a note and you have given it to me. I will definitely study it myself and also pass it on to the finance minister, and let us work together to get some of these problems are solved. And secondly, friends, that one more issue I was discussing with Kamal Sanji, that I want to have one more round of consultation with the Hindi industry and as well as our language films about the need to bring certain Cinematography Act and the censor also. There are 2 views which are emerging. So one has gone to court also. One is people are saying there is no need for censor at all. Then the other view is that if there is no need for censor, then what will happen to the society, and all sorts of things can be produced and they can be released to the people, and there will be social unrest, there will be conflict between, suppose somebody heard the sentiment of other communities and all. You know, in India, easiest way is reignite fear and also create tensions, divert attention on the language, on the issue of water, on the issue of border, land, on the issue of religion. Religion, region, water, land, these things, they create tension. So we have to keep that in mind. This is about the society, complex society of India. And also see to it that Article 19, 1 and 2, it's very clear, everybody has got freedom, but freedom with some limitations. Even now, one-way traffic, you go out of this Sri-Meridin hotel, some of you may be moving towards a city and some of you may be heading towards a airport. If you are going in different directions and if you clash, both of you, saying that I am free Indian, I will go in whatever manner I want to. If both of you not meet here, you will meet there. It will result in an accident. So there is a regulation which is called as one-way traffic. But the one-way traffic also should not be discriminatory, a regulation should not be a strangulation of killing the creativity of the cinema. So keeping that in mind, we are trying to make it as simple as possible. There is a suggestion. One is no censor, but only give certification. If it is not up to the mark, explain to him, they will go and make. You don't cut. This is one suggestion that has come. Sam Benegal Committee and also Justice Mudgal Committee, which studied these views, they have made certain recommendations. We are in an advanced stage of discussing it with all the stakeholders. I'll come back to Chennai, have separate discussion with the people in the film industry, directors, producers, heroes, all critics also, and take their views. And I have had a discussion with Sri Amitabh Bachchanji also. He also told me he will also be part of it in Mumbai. We will discuss there at various levels, and finally I would like to bring in a new legislation at the earliest with regard to Cinematography Act. These are the 4 points that have come, friends. I would like to really thank Sri Kamal Hassanji for broaching the subject with me, and then inviting me to come to Chennai and meet friends from the cinema industry. I also would like to compliment him for getting this prestigious French honor, these Arts of Letters. It's a very, very rare, prestigious award that is conferred to an Indian actor, that to an actor of our region. We feel that is this is the Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters, the greatest award. I keep this suggestion given by my friends. I will definitely associate myself with the function and how it is held. That much I can assure you. With regard to other requests, I will definitely pass it on to the Honorable Prime Minister. I would like to thank all the organizers for providing me this opportunity. As I have to rush to the other program of convocation of Ramachandra Medical College, I'm sorry I'm not able to spend the required time with you. Nandri, Vanakkam.
And I thank the Honorable Minister for giving that candid dialogue to us, and we are looking forward to more of these things, and we will come to Delhi. And now that we know that you will be our guardian and sponsor when we come there. Thank you, sir, for the time. This is almost like a thank you speech, so it's a vote of thanks almost. Thank you, sir.